Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Subrata Sarkar. I'm a mechanical engineer working in manufacturing industry since last 22 years. Today I'll discuss the case study of Amazon. Before going into the actual subject and the data, let's have some basic idea how Amazon came. In a very brief way, the history of Amazon. Amazon was incorporated in 1994 by Jeff Bezos. And in 1995, online bookstore was opened. In 2005, Amazon Publishing was opened. 2006, Amazon Web Service came, and 2007, Kindle came. That is a online ebook store basically. And 2011, Amazon Fresh came into the market. In 2000, Amazon Game Study came, and 2014, Amazon Prime, and 2015 is Amazon Home. Now, Amazon has got 11 marketplaces and 190 countries in Amazon is present, and 180 different major sector actually they are handling their products. And if we see their growth rate, this year by year the turnover in up to 2013, Amazon has a total turnover was 74 billion US dollar, and day by day the growth rate is very much for Amazon actually. And if you see the total retail market in whole world is as on date is 1.74 trillion. Now there are 10 major retailer actually who are taking this 50% of the whole market and rest by the other thousands of players. And out of this 50% of the whole market, Amazon is capturing 13%, you can say in this picture. And there is a long-term growth actually. The strategy is Amazon have there's a projection is there because they are doing the business in a long-term way, and every year they are launching the different products and different marketplaces. Like India is one of the major target, and China is there already. Amazon is very much popular and entered into, and there are a lot of they are very much technologically updated, and rather you can say that any advance. In cloud actually Amazon is invested a lot of money for a cloud story. You can see this total data, total handling system, and most importantly the logistic, the air logistic, this shipping and this road logistic, everything is an independent logistic system in all countries. That's why Amazon is much more efficient today. You'll find is every sector like they have in US mostly you'll find that they have their own vehicle, all transportation logistic they have their own vehicle only, so they have everything in their control actually. They have their own this aeroplane for cargo plane for doing these transportations. Even in many places like the remote places they deliver their products with this unmanned vehicle, that is we conventionally call this drone actually. So these are the equipment actually Amazon is using. Now Amazon, if you do some very brief short analysis of the Amazon, like how Amazon is getting so popular actually, there is a brand image is already established. This is their strength actually, and there's a range of products and their there's a logistics. This is a very strong points actually, and their weakness is they're dealing with the different issues with the Chinese market. That is one of the weakness actually. They have not yet able to cope with this Chinese market, though they have entered with the Chinese market. That is mainly with the e-books and other web services actually. And as per the opportunity is concerned, like as Amazon has got huge infrastructure actually, they have got a lot of online and inline packaging system for their logistic and transportations. And as they have done a lot of this infrastructure capital expenditure is already done in different countries. So trade part is only there because the price competition for a long-term business, that is one of the another trade for their short analysis you will find. And You can see here in this picture how big all the factories like for their packagings and logistics is huge actually, and they have the first actually they have to bring this concept actually like how they can earn money by their customers are sitting on the keyboard actually, and they are buying thousands and thousands of products actually. So this is actually they bought this purchasing online purchasing in a big way. And this e-books also, e-books was basically actually Mr. Jeff Bezos was basically this first he was started this book selling, online book selling. So now his e-books market, he has captured a huge market by the Amazon, and whole world ebook market in US 74 you can say the 74% market is captured by the Amazon. And when the other different industry is seen this this employment, like how people like this Amazon as an employer, you'll find this much better than Microsoft companies, which is one of the reputed companies at Google. So Amazon curve is going so high actually. So they are very much employee friendly company. So people are this is a dream for people to work in company like Amazon, and they are always their business strategy is always in advance in their competitors. That is one of the most there's a cutting edge for the Amazon to grow in a very short period, and with a very difference with the competition actually. They are much ahead actually, and all the factories and the infrastructure is like people even in their field actually they don't even think to put such a big infrastructure because they cannot foresee, but they have foresee their business and the growth actually, and according to they have this invested a lot of money, and now they are much more competitive, and they are growing fastest growing actually. This is the retail market actually. You can see there all the infrastructure actually. And Amazon Web Services is also a huge actually. Countries like in China, they enter into China and they're doing a lot of this software and all this work and getting work and competing with the Chinese company in selling at the China itself. So this is a very big actually business development, rather you can say, or strategic implementations. And the acquisition, you will find that every year Amazon is doing a lot of acquisition of the similar other competitor, so that there will be only one or few competitor for their competition. Small competitor, they are just buying. You can see in last 15 years how many companies Amazon has acquired actually. And this is basically how they entered into the Chinese market. So that was basically through the this ebook store and India and all these things. So they have entered into China with a product which is not very sensitive to Chinese market, but just for getting an entry, they entered through the books and ebook storing, and now day by day they are spreading their wing in China for other products. So they have their own plan actually to how to penetrate the Chinese market even, which is a very tough market for the American to penetrate. And already they have found that this Indian market is a very there's a big potential and a huge customer. There is a huge customer. So they have already started penetrating in Indian market in a big way actually. And for Indian this producer, or you can say, like they are today, due to Amazon, they are in a position to sell their products in all the global countries, doing exporting in a very easy way through Amazon. So this is also advantageous for us also being an Indian. So that so how there's a joint interest of Amazon and Indian manufacturer and producer doing this this common interest, and this competing into the global market actually. So if you find this presentation is interesting, you can share with your friends, and you can subscribe my YouTube channel. If not yet subscribed. Thank you very much for your attention and time.